As the settlers took over the land, the Indian nations faced a never-ending struggle to preserve their way of life. Many of the customs and traditions of the North American Indians are preserved today by the Black Indians of New Orleans. This is a practice. Traditionally, a practice begins with the Indian prayer song, My Indian Red.
Let's just trace this back a bit. From 1000 BC up until the Trail of Tears, you basically ran the wealthiest tract of land in the world.
The most famous discovery of all is the ancient Egyptian colony found in the Grand Canyon. This extraordinary discovery made the front page of the Arizona Gazette in 1909. Two archaeologists encountered a series of bizarre caves in the Marble Canyon region of the Grand Canyon. The caves were full of Egyptian artifacts, including statues, copper weapons, and even granaries full of seeds. The cave system was so big it resembled a subterranean city, which was big enough to accommodate 50,000 people. Many mummified bodies of Egyptian origin were also found. The two archaeologists who made the discovery made the mistake of involving the Smithsonian. As we mentioned in our video about the discoveries of giant skeletons and how they were all covered up by the Smithsonian, the case with the Egyptian colony in the Grand Canyon was no different. Allegedly, the Smithsonian took full control of the excavation and took possession of all of the artifacts and mummies. Later, when questions about this discovery were forwarded to the Smithsonian, they simply denied that any of this had ever happened. They said they had no records of the archaeologists who found the colony, nor of the discovery itself. The story was left forgotten, and the historical status quo that ancient civilizations weren't advanced enough to travel to the Americas still remains.
The Olmec ended up in Georgia. They came under the moniker of the Muskoki. Muskoki is also a Mayan word. So when the Muskoki, aka the Olmecs, got to what's now called Georgia, they merged with the Creeks, who were already a tribe that was here. Dark-skinned people, black as night. Okay? They had a bloody war. They could not defeat each other, so they merged and became the Muskoki Creek. The Muskoki Creek ran this landmass for centuries. After they pushed y'all out of Georgia, right? This is so crazy. After they pushed y'all out of Georgia, it was like, we'll get y'all in exchange for Oklahoma, right? So they pushed y'all out via the Trail of Tears, and then guess what happened? The Smithsonian sent their people down here to excavate the land and dig up y'all artifacts. But they didn't want to tell y'all that the land was valuable. They didn't want to tell y'all that y'all great-great-great-great grandma were high kings and high queens.
It hurts me and pains me a lot that, African Americans constantly complain about how they're being treated in America and how the laws ain't fair and how it don't fit the minorities when they actually can always just go back home.